Welcome to round 3 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of June 27th. I'm Terry Morrow, and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
Nicole Eridix is away this week, so it's just the two of us. You are stuck with us. We're moms of teens and young adults, and when it comes to parenting, we've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. But we're still waiting for that day when we'll reach the finish line and have no further need to lay down in a dark room with a wet rag over our eyes, worrying about something or other. Wednesday is complaint day here on Parenting Roundabout, and today we are complaining about unhelpful help. Or, anyway, the Wall Street Journal columnist Julie, what is her name?
Julie Jargon
is complaining about unhelpful help in a article delightfully titled, "Moms Are Struggling with Burnout. Is it more work to let dads help?" And every mom reads that and go,
yeah.
But I have to say my husband does do a lot of things. That we have a division of labor, and he does a lot of the hands-on stuff. He cooks dinner, he does the laundry, he goes shopping. He does a lot of things. He picks kids up, drives them around. He takes a lot of things off my plate. Mm-hmm. What's left on my plate are all the things that involve worrying, phone calls, computer work, planning, the hard stuff.
That is the hard stuff because you don't get like a good tangible reward when you're
exactly.
When you're
and I mean,
done.
this does not mean that I want to go back to cooking and going to the store. I'm very happy to not have those things.
Right.
I wish there could be a little more collaboration on some of those things, but you know what? Sometimes I delegate stuff to him, and I am not happy with the outcome, and then I either henpeck him or take it back. So that's a problem.
And then if you take it back, you regret it, right?
I regret it or I resent it. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, here's a like a different styles situation. We are fortunate to be in a situation right now, see Monday's episode about no longer paying for college, where I can pay bills as soon as they come. Mm-hmm. I don't have to wait for certain checks to come in. Usually, I got enough, I can pay bills as soon as I come. So say when the insurance bill comes for the next 6 months, I pay it right away. When the car registration thing comes, I pay it right away. The stuff comes in the mail right away. It's not really effective for another month or two.
Right.
But we have it. My philosophy is put it in the car right now, even if it's not eligible yet, then it will be there when we need it, right?
Right.
That seems reasonable. My husband's is, I'll leave it here on the coffee table for a month or two because it doesn't need to go in the car yet. And he's not wrong, but every time I see it, I see a box on my mental checklist that is not checked. And it drives me crazy. But I can't take it back because I gave it to him to do. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, he doesn't want anybody else touching the dishwasher because he has a certain way of doing things. And I'm like, fine, great, you're now doing the dishwasher. I don't want to do that with this.
Yeah.
But I want him to put it in the car. Why don't you put it in the car? So this is the problem, is that I say, gee, I'd like to share some of this mental work, but only if it's done exactly the way I would do it and when I want it done.
Right.
And that's not fair. I recognize that is not fair. It doesn't mean I don't want it, but it's not fair.
Right.
So I really cannot complain about my husband on this thing. He does a lot. Now, if I was sick and I had to turn over a lot of the stuff I did, it would be a ton of work to get him to be able to do it. So I can see where is it more work to let dads help thing comes through, because just having to pass anything you do on to somebody else is hard. But I've probably made my bed here. I should just lie in it. How about you, Catherine? Do you feel a need, as the people in the couple in this article did, to set up an Asana spreadsheet or whatever like the things that people use?
There were apps involved.
Yes, in the same thing that you use to organize your team at work, you're going to use to organize your team at home. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, if you have enough time to do that, just do everything yourself, lady. Are you kidding me?
Right.
But do you have one of those set up? Are you working on the
No.
Trello things, assigning all the tasks to the appropriate personage?
No, definitely not. And
anybody who's listened to this podcast knows.
Yeah, and I mean, we still tend to kind of, I don't want to say fight, but have disagreements about whose responsibility is whose. And, like the other day, here's just a little example. The other day we got, he got an email from our accountant with a couple of questions. Mm-hmm. And he didn't know the answer, so he sent it to me, and I responded with whatever information I could contribute. And then, so he had forwarded me this email, right? And so I responded by email. And then he said, "Oh, can you get back to the guy?" And I'm like, he emailed you.
Yeah.
Like, why do I have to get back to him? Like,
And then you feel silly because, hi, this is so-and-so's wife. I am responding for him.
Right.
And number one, you're not his secretary. And number two, you feel like he's a little boy.
Yeah.
My husband makes me call and make him doctor's appointments. And I feel completely ridiculous, except that I could tell the lady on the other side of the phone understands exactly.
Right.
Has talked to many, many wives making appointments.
Right.
And it's really not a thing.
Yeah.
But, come on.
Yeah. I mean, it's an ongoing thing, let's just say. Especially just because of both of our work situations, that, if the person who is not billing hourly could take care of the things that the person who is billing hourly it doesn't have to do, that would be helpful. And, sometimes there are... he's great at, like, big projects, big efforts, he, after 18 years of living in this house, decided that the garage needed to be basically renovated. Insulated, drywall, paint, deconstructing the random old storage systems that were in there and replacing them with new ones. Like, this was like a 3-week full-time effort. And that's great. I mean, it looks beautiful. I'm not sure how necessary it was, but it looks really nice. But, that means, I've been in the garage all day. I can't do this other thing. Like, you can't? Because I've been working all day. So that's where things get a little messy.
I can't. Yeah, my husband is really good at facilitating my extreme work habits. Making me lunch and bringing it to me and making me breakfast and doing pretty much everything he can when he's working. Obviously, I sometimes have to go drive kids, but otherwise, he's really, really very good about that. Yeah. And the stuff that, I think he feels bad if I have to make phone calls and do that sort of thing, but he really, really doesn't want to do them.
Right.
It's like phone. I just over COVID times when he was home a lot, I got him to. When we ordered food out, he would make that phone call. I got him to make that phone call. Yes.
Right.
It's everything else. I mean, I made the poor boy call the insurance company when he was in an accident. And that was like an endless ordeal. And in the end, I felt bad for him. Like, I could have done that and I would have had it on a speakerphone and it would have been no big deal. Mm-hmm. But, little by little, you nurture them. Small steps.
It's called scaffolding, I believe.
Exactly. But there is always the feeling of, just give me the phone. I can do it. It's better. I'm better at it. I like to think I'm better at it.
Yes.
I make small talk more easily.
Right.
So if you small talk somebody long enough, they will want to hang up with you, and then you will get your way. So.
This will be like, you're messing with my quotas, lady. I gotta go.
Oh, how's your day today? Having a good day? Where are you located?
You can learn something about the world.
Yeah. Fine, we'll cover it. Go away. Oh, well. And about now, our listeners are saying, fine, we've heard enough. Go away. And so that's it for today's round 3. tune in tomorrow when we will talk about the emotional pull of objects. And then on Friday to see what we've come up with for our Roundabout Roundup picks this week. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there on our Facebook page or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.